Does he do like mountains type trails?
Most of his basically out like Yellowstone.
Okay.
Like that area.
Because his caption was like, "This is where I belong." Okay, look at the girl, aggressive girl, showing her strength. Look at another man. Look at another angry one. Another angry one. I understand, guys. We all want to get home.
Angry guy with a paper design.
We all want to get home, guys. There's no need to hate on each other. But I can't wait to start cycling, bro. It's gonna be so much fun.
When did you last do that?
The last time I did it was when I was working in corporate.
So it's very long time.
So about 4 years ago. Yeah, about 4 years. I don't miss corporate at all though. I miss the dressing up though. Not gonna
Yeah, I
lie.
like dressing up.
Not gonna lie, bro. I miss dressing up because I had to semi-formal or formal. So I always used to just go full formal though.
I also like things.
Like blazer, and then you know when I stopped working, then I got like slowly but surely, I don't know what I look like now. I'm like we do seasonal, man. So we will like take our clothing out from summer, tell them domestic, put that away, coffee chow, autumn, winter clothing, put it back in. But bro, when I look at my formal clothing, I was like, yo, bro, I actually gave a lot of my stuff away. I have no more blazers. I got all my blazers away. Which I realize now, dumbest thing that I did.
That's the thing you do.
My corduroy blazers, I had my good blazers, man. Pringle, love Pringle, man. Love Pringle. I love Pringle. If you can get your Pringle, bro, Pringle's forever. Promise you. You can wash it 1,000,000 times. Don't matter. Same with G-Star. You get your G-Star jeans.
My friends say G-Star's nice, but I don't know.
I love G-Star. I love G-Star.
I've only
But I
seen
used to be
skinny G-Star.
Nah,
And I don't like them.
bro. Nah. No, bro. I have wide ones. I have all types of G-Star jeans. What I like about G-Star jeans is when every time you wear it, looks like a new jean. Because when you wash it, it doesn't change. Right, like Levi.
You don't like Levi's.
No, for jeans. The jeans.
They're known for their jeans.
Nah. But we both agree though on the jacket.
I like it.
They should be known for that motherfucking jacket. That specific one. But I bought you one.
Levi's jacket.
Yeah, I bought you that exact one. But then what happened is I bought me an extra large. Biggest mistake.
And
I
you
know,
are medium.
I know. Nah, I would say I'm more of a large.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird, I know, but the medium sits
my jackets are medium to large.
Yeah, the medium sits too tight on me. I don't like it. My stuff to sit too tight on me. Because in case if it's hot, very cold, and I want to put my hoodie underneath that bitch. Right? So I'm thinking about that and whatever. So yeah, my wife must go change it for me.
Direction of Plumstead at the Weinberg turn, if that's going to cause some delays this afternoon. Slow moving traffic reported along the Salt River to Woodstock corridor. That will set you back by roughly 10 minutes. Also just in, there's been a crash on Voortrekker Road. Sadly, injuries have been reported. That is out in Maitland, and services are already on scene.
Right, 082 222 1049. Jeremy, what have you got? Just
This is what I had
J news
before.
for us.
I
Certainly,
just-
of course, most of the attention around the Indian Wells tournament. And
Do you know my
of course,
uncle?
we mentioned Novak Djokovic going down. There was, of course,
A lifetime
But
supply.
women's draw.
let me rather say he's the founder. He sold the business. He sold it 2 years ago.
Get rid of Katarina
And he made, you don't want to know.
I know it's in the middle.
You don't want to know. All I can tell you is where he's living now.
From now, Jamie is
He's living in an estate in strand, private beach.
I don't think Jeremy's going to finish
Literally.
in time.
That shoes is really
I don't think so.
popular.
Yeah, nah, look, and then I also know the owners of,
All right, and then we'll
Do you know
interact
Mr.
with,
Cheap?
with Mark and with Anwar a little later.
Suri, you know Mr. Cheap, no?
Should be babbles.
Suri.
Speaking of fun,
See, now she's gone. But anyway, Mr. Cheap. And do you know where Fish Fabric is at Mr. Cheap?
I know Fish Fabric, yeah.
So there's a Fish Fabric in Mr. Cheap. And anyway, I know the owners of that son, they're about to sell the whole business.
Is it like a wholesale business? Where you
Yeah, I
buy
would
stuff
say
in bulk?
wholesale, yeah. But also shops there as well. So they, Chinese,
It's like an Eli.
let's say an Elite with other shops. So picture an Elite, you have an Elite, and then you would have your Fish Fabric, then you would also have like a little few other shops, and then they own all those buildings there as well. But anyway, Chinese people are purchasing it. So by the way, Nick, you must look at these owners. You will judge them. On. They drive it to you in the bubble, they live in a very small little house in Belgravia Road, face brick house.
And they make millions.
They're selling their place for 146 million. Yeah, I know. 100.
And then what are they? They're probably investing that for the children.
The children all have their own businesses. But I mean, 146 million. Bro, and then there's other business guy that I know saying. Right, he owns a company called Bluebird. Guess how much money? Okay, I don't know profit, but I know revenue. So the main part is I know him personally, but at the same time I know the people that also signs his invoices in these corporate companies. Revenue, he makes 500 million a year. I know that. That's why I love hanging out with these people because they show you
The real money.
Nah, they show you what is possible, man. And they're not people that take no for an answer. They don't have, in their vocab, they don't know words like it's difficult, I can't. You know, the basic things that we put in front of us that we stop ourselves from achieving anything.
Yeah.
They don't know those words, bro. Even when they hit with a massive problem, their reaction to that problem is something that you can learn from already. When we are struck with a problem, automatically we sink. We're like, what must we do? Oh, but who is happening to us? Or whatever you say to yourself. Bro, when it happens to them, they smile. Calm. Clarity, man. It's the one thing I could learn from him. So I'm still new into being business, so I've made millions for corporate, yes, but not for myself. Like millions of pounds and dollars. Yeah, but doing it for yourself is a different ballgame.
You make more now compared to when you were working at corporate.
Yeah. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, I do. Yeah, but getting through, you know, when your whole life, you are told, oh, you must keep getting a salary. So that change, that conversion
Where you don't
from
have fixed salary.
yes, that conversion from always knowing now to not knowing. So I wouldn't want anybody to go through that. So if I could tell you, avoid the corporate and go straight into for yourself, then I would do that, because the conversion from there to there is not always success, man. Some people break. I was multiple times at the point of breaking, bro. Breaking. And then it comes to the point of I can't. To them I can. I did. I should. I will, you know what I mean? And then even that's why I say who you marry is also very important. So if I had to marry a girl that was just greedy and just take all the time, then I think through that whole phase that maybe would have break us. Because then she would have had no patience and she wouldn't have seen the man that I want to become. she would have been like, no patience uptime.
You go find someone else.
Exactly. You know, and your partner plays a massive role. As much as you think I don't.
No, I
Because
know.
because you're not going to be that same version of yourself all the time. You must also change the versions.
So then you would assume that they change.
Yeah, but you must just want a supportive partner, yeah, more than anything. But yeah, the world is, remember the world, like what you guys are studying for, just to go into craziness. I find it shocking. For me, it's shocking. So you pay 80 grand a year, whatever it is that you pay, to then walk into uncertainty. You know what I mean? For me, that's even more trippy.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
No, it's not about you don't know. It's about statistically it's proven.
Yeah,
What's the
that's
unemployment?
why I'm
What's the unemployment rate in Cape Town? Oh, let's say SA. Yeah, but if you average that bitch out across South
It's about
Africa,
30%.
then it's way higher. You know what I mean? Some parts of South Africa it's high as 40%. It's like basically your neighbor don't have a job.
Yeah,
Basically that's what we're saying. So when I know, man, like my growth plan for my kids, I already have it locked in here to a T. Even when I die, I have it written down how I want them to be raised. Because bro, I know already they must go to foundation to learn how to read and write. Immediately when they're done after that, I'm taking them out to school. Done. Now you do online. At home.
Online is also bad.
It's bad, but I would rather have my children being influenced by me than by random kids and a guy that's teaching you business that never even had a business,
Yeah, no,
or
I
an
know.
accountant teaching you accounting but it's never been an accountant. Have you never like found that weird?
No, I have.
Like I questioned those things when I was in school. I always thought you a businessman. You don't even own a business card. That you're teaching me business. How am I supposed to make an impact in the world if you never even own a business? So I realized already now the system is rigged. They dumb you down. Literally the school is made for you to not question anything. That's what it is really. That's why they have lines in school. Wait in a line. When you talk, the fuck your hand. And if you notice, everybody that fails, they are deemed dumb. But it just means they were creative. They didn't learn in the manner that you are teaching. So maybe your friend that you grew up started slacking, falling behind, and he thinks he's dumb, but he just learns in a different way. And then they suppress that creativity. You know what I mean? Remember, kids have a lot of creativity now. That's why, haven't you noticed, kids are so happy before they go to school. The moment they go to school, it's like the child is a complete different person. Complete different. You guys are stressed. I look at you guys. I tell my wife when I come home, but I'm like, yo, the kids that I take home, they are stressed. And they drained.
Because everything depends on this.
Like I already have my buddies telling me, yeah, but what about the kids' social life?
Honestly,
What social life? You tell me. What is out there that's good?
but
Nothing.
you make your friends. Like you make your good friends. I'm still friends with my friends from primary school. And we're very close.
Video show? Video show? But you're only 18 years old. You were only 18, and that's not the insult, right? I'm just 18. I'm not saying that.
I know what you mean.
But bro, I'm not sitting with my school friends right now. Yes, I still be like, how are you? I miss you, bro. I hope you and the family are good. But no influence on my life whatsoever. And believe me, your friends are gonna pay your bond when you need support. Trust me. No matter how you screw up. And look, I'm still like, don't get me wrong, my best friend at Maningong, we from primary school. And I would say he was the oldest one. But bro, you know these friends that you meet in school are some bad influences.
Bad.
Like bad influences. did the wrong things and spoke the wrong things.
Oh yeah, my high school friends are
Exactly this
like
point.
that.
Now
But
remember
I
this.
don't care about that.
How many people say they don't need? How many people can say they don't need? And how many people can fall in that trap? What if my son or my daughter is the one that falls in the trap and it's not strong enough to say, I don't care. And actually he's the one now that stands on the corner, lights that cigarette in the morning, or is praying with the girl on the corner before school. Because that's something happening. Yes or no? Exactly. So now you have to ask yourself, is my child possibly be influenced by that? Or I influence my child? I teach my kids business from young. I teach them life already from a young age, like life.
But also people like that, who are like that in high school, they also are not educated on reality. They think that they can continue this forever and ever. And the great war comes, maybe they
And they
still
fail.
continue that,
And they fail.
and then they just ruin everything. Not even like because like it's okay to fail grade 12. It's not okay to fail grade 12. No matter if you're gonna do something in the future or not.
But
You
bro,
should still
no.
at least be
But I look at it,
able to pass grade 12.
but Zaina, I look at it, for me, it's not rocket science, bro. Big up guys, Loki, hope you're good, Loki. Okay. It's not rocket science. So, for me, I look at it as simple as this. The reality is, who created the system? I don't care about social influence and all this bullshit. Who created the system? The powers that be. Right? You need to start questioning yourself. Look at even the vowels. Look, what's our vowels?
Like English vowels.
Yeah, what's our English vowel?
A-I-O-U.
Say it slowly.
A-I-O-U.
I-O-U. You don't find that weird. Now you might be like
What kind of conspiracy
no, it's
theory
not.
is this?
Look.
Like some Illuminati theory.
You guys watch cricket,
A-I-O-U.
yes bro. Well done to India, Okay, you might say that. Okay. Television. Now you might feel, right? You might feel, look, I get it. You don't need to go so deep. And I understand, bro. You're 18. You're distracted by life. Again, the system that the powers that we created. To always
That's
keep,
where I
to
stay
al-
with you.
No,
But
no,
when
no,
you-
no. But
When
always.
you dig into the English language that wasn't originated here,
Where was it originated? But where was English originated?
I have no clue.
But then how can you say what I'm saying is incorrect?
I'm not saying it's incorrect, but like
It's a conspiracy.
to assume that
Okay.
because of the vowel
Can I
say
give you an-
I-O-U.
Okay.
Now it's like
Very weird though.
It's like
But you don't find that very weird.
No.
Okay. Television, you don't find that weird.
Yes, I do find that weird.
But you find that weird. Okay.
But that is more like, it's more direct. You can clearly see.
Okay, so television is.
but
wait.
dive
Is that
into the language.
Now I'm with you, but remember, we're not forgetting why we're having this conversation at first, before we drift off. Why we're having this conversation? We're talking about, I want my kids at home,
Oh,
right? Out of that
Out of
system.
the system.
No, out of the system, out of the schooling system. That's why I said I want to do online schooling, right? So now I'm trying to explain. Where you going, Loki? We're heading home, bro, from Stellenbosch. So look, what I'm saying is television, television. Agreed? That's weird. Do you find it weird? Say? No, you don't.
okay.
You don't? Okay, can I continue? What's on a television?
Pictures.
Whoa, guys, trying to be smart with me.
What's
There's a
on
picture
television?
there's a picture on the television, but it's actually a program.
Yeah,
Okay, program. Do you agree?
Yes.
Program. You get programmed.
They're trying to. Okay, so you telling
Now
me.
wait, I'm not done. It's being okay. So
You're telling me regular
Bro, it's
show
it's so
is trying
funny.
to program me to be in the system.
So okay, so do you know what?
Regular show
No.
is a program.
Okay, so you
Gumball is a
don't. So you
program.
don't know what? Have you ever heard the word predictive programming? Do you know what that word means? If you
I
don't,
mean-
I
I mean
don't
it-
mind explaining it to you. So predictive programming means, in simple terminology, I show you something over and over and over to a point when it happens, the way they reacted in the show or in the program, that's how you'll react. You didn't even know that. But that's exactly what it is. That's why it's called predictive programming. Okay, never mind. A bank. Yeah, you might laugh me out, but the fact that I've been in corporate, I've studied just like you guys. I've studied. I got my honors. I've been in corporate for 15 years. I've been through what you guys must all go through. And I'm telling you, the bitch is rigged. As much as you wanna accept it or not,
We know it's rigged.
right? Now, okay.
A lot
now,
of us know it's rigged. I know it's
Now a bank, right? If you look at a bank, I always ask myself, why was it called a bank? Have you gone that far to ask yourself why is it called what it is? And of course I will be dubbed the crazy one because I'm talking about these things. You know, when you talk about things out of the norm, then that person becomes the crazy one. You know, which is okay, I don't mind it. It's fine.
No one's calling
No, you don't have to call me crazy. But that's generally the term. Like for example, when Bieber spoke out, what was he doing?
About what?
About anything that's not the norm. He was being crazy. Like what is
Okay.
not norm, a part of
Yes, you
normal
get
society.
outcasted, yes.
You get outcasted, right? Now, I started questioning myself, like why is the alphabet the way it is? Why is the things called, why is it called a television? You could have named it anything else. A program, to program you, and all of these things.
How come it's spelled differently? It was MME at the end.
No,
Yeah,
but
and then program
Television is because it's
something else.
telecommunication, vision because it's what you see.
okay, you see, you could easily say that, but remember, it's not here. We're not saying here we're spelling the words exactly the same.
But
right?
the linguistics is just a form of communication. You can't really just
So you guys don't think it goes
Think
that
about
deep.
it
So you
at
guys
a-
don't think
at
it
a-
goes that deep, though.
to a government.
I
to a
feel
political standard.
no, I feel it goes so deep, right? That even if you, okay, do you know how the system works? There's like a massive triangle like this, and right on top, let's say it's the 1% in the
Yes,
world.
it's a hierarchy.
Who's in the middle?
Us.
No, we're not. I wish we were in the middle, but we're not. We're right at the bottom. Right, we're average. We are average. If you're not part, your family's not part of the 1%, you are not in the middle. We are right at the bottom. Do you know who's in the middle? Take a guess, anybody?
The billionaires.
No, the 1%ers. Let's say they're right on top. The middle is the military. Why do you think the military is in the middle?
Because they keep balance. They keep
Keeps balance. But you know what's the funniest part about the military? That's part of our people as well. So even though you can tell your people, bro, let's put a stop to it.
Because the people who work in the military are us.
It's part of our people, that your family or your, you know, further people. But the point that I'm making here is, even if we look at the world today, you know, that's how I want to show you how deep it is, man. We can see something is wrong. Like look in America as an example. They can see that a lot of the higher ups are all PDFs or whatever.
Yeah.
Pedophilias.
But the thing is,
But not one of them is locked up. Not one of them stood trial. Not one of them is held accountable. Now just hear me out.
I don't understand that even.
No, it's not about don't understand. It's about, it's so entrenched into society, the system, that even if you want to do something, you can't. It's an organization, man. It's like basically, it's a hierarchy. You could never just go speak to your CEO. Why? Because you're gonna have a TL, your TL will have a manager, your manager will have a director, the director will have stakeholders, the stakeholders
Same
will...
thing at uni. If
so-
you have something, you have to talk to the class representative.
so
The
what-
class
so-
representative will
so
bring it
now
up to
think
the
about it,
lecturer.
why is it-
Lecturer goes to a vice dean, then dean.
Now you ask yourself, why is it set up like that? Because if one
They don't
rela-
have time for us.
No, because if the one realizes, oh shit, this is all fucking a rigged system, the other one
We'll put that
won't
in
react.
place.
You know why? The other one will be like, damn, I can get a promotion.
Yeah, that we put in place.
Do you get my point? So it's maybe one realizes something, the other two realize, nah bro, I'm gonna get a promotion based on what, you know. That's how the system is entrenched. That's why it's a system that will last probably for I don't know how long, forever, you know. Like, this is well thought of. But yeah, maybe I'm just crazy, you know.
No, you're not.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
No one
But
doesn't think like that.
right? You're gonna laugh me out. In the river, they used to make banks. Do you know that?
Yeah,
And the river flows. Cut.
to keep water.
Right?
Yes.
Same applies with cash flow. Cash flow means money comes and goes. And that's why
And that's where it
that's where I thought it derived from now. But like all of these things have been thought of and to a point of predictive programming. That's why you won't react even though you know it's wrong. Because you've seen people on TV not react. You don't find that predictive programming.
Okay, well, I don't fall into that though.
But how could you not if you've been watching all your live television?
But what you're saying is like, I don't have a voice because
No, I'm not saying
I've been
you.
influenced by other people who say, oh, was that a cow?
Yeah.
Okay. Like you said about this stuff, you're not gonna. That's what
What's
you kind of intend.
No. Why I don't want to send them to the system for these reasons that I'm mentioning. So of course it's widespread. I can't stop it. I
But
can't stop it.
if you
But I
bring
can
them-
try to influence it as
even
much
if
as I
you-
can.
Even if you do let them go, if you bring them up right to think for themselves, then that
It shouldn't
none of
matter.
this would have happened. Would it?
But now, why
you-
must I let them waste so many years of their life
You don't have to.
when I can already
At least
speed
just,
them up?
At least just let them go.
Look,
to
what's
high
this?
school.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Everybody that's going to high school now, name your friends that bought a house already.
They can't though.
They can't. Why? Now you must go to the source. Why? Because of the system that they're in. Because of the influence that they've been influenced by. The knowledge that they obtained so far has only teach them to go get a 9 to 5, work till you're 63, retire. Or am I wrong with that, saying that?
No, you're not.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. And I have examples of very successful fathers that literally taught their kids from the age of 10 years old already. Life, business, finances. Those are the things that he can control. Of course, he can't go out and change the system. One man can't. It's impossible. But what he can do is he can teach them what he learned in his 30s already from a very young age. And you know what? His child just turned 21 years old, bought his house. From just understanding from a young age already, 15 years old, how the finance market works and how everything works. Now, nobody's saying what you guys are doing is wrong. All I'm saying is be conscious about your situation. Because the reality is there's no guarantee. Like, no guarantee. No guarantee to when you have your degree, you're gonna walk into a job and life is good. You're automatic. But when you're done with your degree, even if you get paid 50 grand, it's nothing. Honestly, it's nothing. If you ask your parents, if you can have a transparent conversation with your parents and ask them, and you can already see your parents are working very hard, right? You can already witness it with your own two eyes, how hard both your parents have to work just to maintain the lifestyle. So if you must really have a transparent conversation with them and ask them, Dad, Mom, may I ask, even if it's not my business, if you can just guesstimate and give me a number, what do you think it requires us to live here monthly with everything involved? I mean, so, yeah, now all I'm trying to say is as it gets worse and worse, it's just going to become harder and harder. If you are not going to come from a family of wealth or of at least middle class, your journey is already a struggle. You get what I'm saying? And blessed to anybody that's in the middle class or upper class, Because kudos to their parents. Their parents did it. They worked hard to get there. You know what I mean? And now they can give their child that springboard to, you know,
Start.
you can get a bit ahead further than what I was when I was your age. But the reality is, bro, it's really sad that
But a lot of wealthy kids, some are taught right.
and some are just spoiled, and some are just
Some are
spoiled.
spoiled,
No, but
and then they do worse than us.
But I know both, and I can tell you, either way, they both still live a good life. Because whether he's spoiled or not, his parents still gonna give him and not care about it. Why? Because the parent worked hard enough to give their child whatever they want. Whether we deem it being spoiled or not, it's got nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying to you, Zayn, like I told you multiple times, you should be, and this is to all of you, so I told Surya so, and I would love to see you all again when you're so older, to see what you guys achieved in your life. I would be so excited with that. Because life is hard, bro. Especially if you don't have a good support system and a good setup around you. You're gonna shit bricks basically, bro. Like I know buddies of mine that partied all their fucking life. From 20, today they still don't own a house. Today they still live with their parents. Bro, like, that is all down to them because, again, the distraction, we get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
The distractions. They don't even promote marriage today. You don't find that weird or so. They don't advocate for people getting married. They will tell people and women and men, chase your careers. Do that. Don't get married. Okay. But if it means I can influence my kids to a point where they can pursue a passion, because remember, online schooling is 2 hours a day. So if it's 2 hours a day, the rest of the day, you can do what your heart desires. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist, no?
No, you're not.
Maybe I'm...
Okay, yeah. When it comes to the AEIOU,
Okay, now do me a favor. I'm gonna ask you something. Have you done any research on the topic?
no, but why does it matter? That's what I want.
Bro, it does matter because it shapes your future on how you think and how, when you take information in, you don't take it to surface level. Because remember, with AI being now even more involved in your life, you guys are going to be pushed information on even more than what I done. So yes, for me it does matter. Because it actually will, the way you look at the world, the way you see information will be different. And now, instead of you putting other people first, you'll put yourself first. You'll put yourself. But take a deep dive. Then you come back to me and you can still tell me, not what I have taken a deep dive, and you know what? I still feel the whole AI is achieved. You know? But, you know. I wish you guys met Kai. I wish you guys met Kai from Binance. 16 years old.
Was it a tennis or what?
Bro, you would think that guy's an adult already. The way he carries himself, right? The way his parents treat him, the way he treats his parents. Bro, you think he's an adult. And when he opens his mouth and he says, bro, I'm 16, you'll get a shock of your life. Because of just like 2 years already of being in online schooling and pursuing his dream. Already allows him to see him and how he needs to be. Boyson, hope you're good, bro. Yeah, bro, but yeah, if you're telling me now already 50, 60 grand, remember inflation every year goes up by 5%.
A disgraced former higher education minister,
By the time you want to buy you a house, my brother, you will need a minimum salary of 100,000 rand. Walk away with 100,000 rand. And that's for a house in our area. Like where I drop everybody off in and around that area. Yes, you can go buy you a house for 500,000. But then you're going to be living like in what you call Eldorado Park. Is that what you call it? Like a Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah.
That's where you are. And not even the nice side of Mitchell's Plain. That's a dark side, bro.
So that you can enjoy bigger feast. Get low prices on deals like Coca-Cola soft drink 1.5 litre buy 2, 34 rand.
That's Motivation Thursday for you guys.
120
Or should we say Conspiracy Thursdays? We leave it at Conspiracy Thursdays. Yeah. If you guys have any conspiracies on a Thursday, hit me up if you know anything.
You can trust always.
But I'm telling you, predictive programming is something you must.
This traffic report was brought to you by the Western Cape Government genuinely.
I'll give you one. Can I give you just one example on predictive programming?
Yeah.
Probably would never happen. Right? But how many alien movies have you watched?
Like Alien Isolation.
It's like alien movies, like just any
Like the
alien
alien, like the
series.
mother alien.
Like aliens that come to Earth and that type of shit. Right?
I don't know.
But a
decent
few,
amount.
you watch a decent amount, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you see people say there's always aliens, UFOs or whatever.
Yeah, I
Even
do
though
believe that.
I've never seen it with my own eyes.
I do believe it.
Okay, you believe it. Okay.
It's impossible to think that.
Okay. But you've never seen it, right? And that's okay. And these sightings are always in America for some reason.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the actual UFO sightings.
But you believe in it, okay?
I do believe that there are alien species outside of this.
Okay. And when the alien sees us and they're gonna tell each other, hey, look here, there's an alien.
Yes.
I didn't know you were gonna say that.
Because-
no, but anyway.
Because-
I've been there, my mind says the fact I'm proving to you with what I just said now, if an alien sees us, they're gonna be like, oh look, there's an alien. And we're gonna look to us and be like, look, there's an alien. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at the fact that I see that as well, man. You know what I mean? Just proves my point even more. But anyway, say what happens in the alien movies once the alien ship comes into the atmosphere? Now I don't
They
want you.
invade us. They take our stuff.
I don't. I thought you might be gonna hit me with the oh no, they become friends or whatever. Which does happen. Out of the 20 movies, one movie maybe where one human befriends the alien, right? Can we say that? But 99% of the time the alien invades and people scatter. Are we in agreement with that? So the predictive programming is if an example like this should ever occur.
That's how people are gonna react.
No. So if I were America, which always produces these types of movies, are we in agreement as well?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying they do all, but majority
Most
of
of it,
yeah. So bro, if I wanted to take over South Africa, you know what I would do? As the president.
Dress up as an alien.
But I wouldn't even need to dress up as an alien. I would just have to create craft planes that look like spacecrafts, enter the zone, and everybody would be running like mice around and scared for their lives. And I would literally just have to say on the mic in the other tone, everybody in one circle right now, and everybody would be scared shitless and just do as they told. You know that, even though it will probably never happen, that is in a nutshell predictive programming.
Okay, I see what you mean.
If that makes sense now.
Yeah,
So large events, certain things that you see on TV all the
it's
time.
basically a manipulating technique to manipulate.
Look at all the types of movies that came to eating human beings and all of that. It's so normalized to us
People are
that when we heard the Epstein files, people went on with what they did. Like in America, people are going on with their daily lives as
That's the
normal.
thing. I don't understand why everyone not the whole world is not the way America acts.
Look if that occurred here by us.
That is rubbish.
Look if that occurred here by
It would
us.
be a big.
I do believe there would have been some
Of
sort
course.
of yeah. there would have definitely been some sort of uprising.
Animals everywhere.
I do believe there would have been some sort of uprising in some form, whether we're stomping Parliament down or whatever the case may be. However, it just shows, man.
You can't, like, people can't always assume that the way that America acts is the way that every single country in the world acts.
Yeah, but listen to our music.
Because it's just the way that it is, and we can't do anything
Okay,
about
so
it now.
our music is all mostly pop culture come from them. If you look at our banks, come from them. If you look at, you cannot trade around the world without what?
The US dollar.
You need the dollar, petrodollar. You need the dollar. You trade with the dollar. Everything. So as much as you might think we're not influenced,
No, I know we are.
or we,
Everything is, but there's nothing that we can do about it
That's-
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. About that. And bro, America is only the puppet. They're actually a corporation. It's America, but it's a corporation. But it's never been a country. It's been a corporation all their life. They're not even the powers that be. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I love educating myself about these things. Especially when I traveled, I saw a lot, you know, like I think traveling is also good for you. Once you travel, you also start to realize, like, nah, there's actually human beings around this world that think it's like normal, you know, and also with people that struggle and it's going through the same hardships as you, and it just opens your eyes, man. You have to be a thinker, Zayn, man. You have to be open to things. Not like bisexual things. Open in that sense.
Whoa, now,
Right.
where did the question get to that?
I had to let you know, bruh, because we're living in this world now. It's
Really
but it's normal.
care about the-
But is it not normal, my friend?
Who cares? Do what you want. I really don't care about that kind of topic and everything. I don't want to involve myself in that. It's too controversial. It's too irritating.
But it's the reality.
Because everything keeps changing.
I remember when I left my company, the same year I left my company, they were busy adding new bathrooms for fluid people.
Or
And
not
you,
binary people.
yeah, I don't know the terminology, but it basically was like, the top part was like a female, and then the bottom part of the body was a male.
Yeah, not binary.
Yeah, I don't know what gender is.
I think it's called gender fluid. I don't know. You change genders from time to time. I don't know.
We dropping Jenna Seven. I can go.
You can choose a Suri. But if you do Suri, then the rights will get picked up.
It's fine, I can do this one.
And if
So
you
yeah,
do
nah,
Shen,
man.
then
That's fine, I'll go this way. So look, again, I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
like a Illuminati.
Nah, like, I don't give a damn about it. We know there's sick people in this world, right? We know that.
We knew that long
The
time
Epstein
ago.
files have proven.
I knew that long time.
Yeah,
long
but
before that.
before the Epstein files, it was just a conspiracy, right? People knew, but people didn't like it. No.
Yeah.
You know, now we kind of know.
No, now we know.
Now we know,
Now
no.
we know.
Exactly what has been going on. Exactly. We know without a
And the
doubt.
fact that Epstein Island is still like,
Being guarded.
it's not just the fact that it's being guarded. It's not like been taken like you know, captured and like assessed and investigated.
no.
It's
But
it's
it just
mad.
tells you-
Regardless of it being private property or whatever. The person's dead. Now who does the ownership go to?
Yeah, but you're basically saying, what you're basically saying is like,
Yes,
you a very powerful man. You, Zayn, will be a powerful man. Is how I put it out there for you. You will be a very powerful man and a very wealthy man when you're older, right? You then automatically become friends with like-minded people. It's normal.
Yeah.
Like I remember my principal always used to tell me, you cannot be a doctor and you end up marrying a domestic worker. It's not gonna happen. Or you a domestic worker and you're gonna get married to a doctor. It's not gonna happen. You most likely will marry
Someone of similar interests.
yeah, same when you become a billionaire. Same, you're gonna end up mixing with the same people. You end up doing the same things that they do. So
They are
remember,
disgusting.
So
you become
remember,
disgusting
if
as well.
so if that island is still being, you can see other powers that be have their hand on it. You know what I mean? Because they can still be implicated.
And then it makes me so upset. It's still not being investigated even more because
Why?
there's still so much evidence on that.
Yeah,
island.
but why isn't it being investigated? What's happening? What's all over your news?
There is nothing about it. That's the thing.
No, but what's all over your news right now? The war.
Yeah.
That's basically what world.
And also ice.
Yeah, no, but that's what the world is covering right now. It's the war.
to cover up for it.
So if you look, I don't know how deep you go into this, but they subpoenaed. Do you know who Pam Bondi is? I don't know. You should have all the time in the world to research. I know you guys are busy. So
You can tell me though.
So Pam Bondi is the person, almost like the speaker for Trump's administration. Pam Bondi.
Is she the representative of whenever they have
Of the Department
I
of
know,
Justice.
because I've
Yes.
seen videos about
Yes.
her representing Trump.
So
and
by-
she's
yes.
saying that she's like supporting everything that he's been doing.
Yeah,
and
so-
even if there was references to him and it was bad, she's supporting
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So basically, what they're saying in simple terms, by law, when the Department of Justice, right, has a case, by law they have to release the entire case publicly.
and not cover anything.
What the first thing where they really went wrong is they only
Classified
released
most of the
half.
information.
They only released half, and they had a lot of redacted statements. Okay, so they already they're wrong. Then I think the war started 11 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, and a week before that, Pam Bondi was subpoenaed by the high courts to say, yo, you now have 1 week to release
everything.
unredacted, right? That's what her subpoena was.
So then they started the war. So they
What
could cover
happened
that.
immediately after? A war. Like there's a saying that goes now. I wonder if this guy needs help. I know him.
Are you planning to this one?
In just a moment, name something that has to be linked.
Yeah, so once yeah, if you like, let's say at home, no, you do something wrong, say. The only way to cover that up is by doing something even worse. I know it sounds fucked up, I know. But if you, let's say, no, you stole your daddy's car and you went to go pick your girl up and you went out for the night. The only way to get out of that, bro, is to produce a bigger event than that. Makes sense?
Like what?
I can't really say now. What, like what? I can't really say. You disappearing for the whole weekend without saying anything. But then they won't be talking about their car anymore. You basically ran away. They're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
That's exactly the situation with this file and the war. People now, and there are still a minority of people talking about the Epstein files and trying to keep that shit alive to make people more aware and hold people accountable. But a majority of the people he's talking about, the soldiers going into a war that they shouldn't even be in there.
Yeah.
Kids are dying, and a school got blown up with 170 odd kids,
I
and
know.
you get
I know.
under the now that story goes under the carpet, and nobody questions that shit anymore.
Because it's bigger.
Yeah, there's bigger things to talk about. But again, man, it's just all conspiracy.
The Iran war
Right?
cost at over $11 billion in 6
That
days.
is not a conspiracy.
No,
No,
but that's
but
coming
that
out of
is
the Trump
full-blown
administration.
evidence
So,
and
pinch of
big-
salt.
Do you know BlackRock is Rothschild?
Germany Domberg, she's heading to the ED News desk
once
now.
you, I promise you, once you, why, if you take time to go to read into this, saying,
But
you automatically become a better,
conspiracy theories are like stuff related
like
to
television, the program, and all of that we
Jewish
spoke about.
manipulation. That is a conspiracy theory.
You're saying Jewish manipulation.
Like
you must be
everything is
very,
controlled
you
by
must,
the Jews.
yeah,
And
but
that
you,
is-
no, but you must be very careful with your terminology,
The
you know?
Zionists.
Yes, because I have Jewish friends, so we have to be very, even they told me, Tahir, be careful with how you phrase it, because we love you, we friends. And then I learned the hard way when we had a conversation between people, it's Zionist, it's a Zionist movement, and yes, Kanye, I think, even came out and said this, right?
Yeah. He
Didn't
said
he
it a
say-
long time ago.
He said it like 5 years ago, where he said the whole industry is owned by Jewish people.
And it's the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Major.
American news site broadcasts,
Yeah.
they're all owned by like
Exactly.
Zionist people.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Look here, but it's also in the sense like, I listen to a lot of Zionists, like when they have the podcasts and they're talking,
And
like,
they're talking about
and
how
they talk out because they're very
They're
rich.
trendy.
Nah, look, but they're very wealthy and nobody can really touch them. And they talk out straight. They call us goyams. Do you know what that is? It's mean cattle. We are called cattle to them, not really in a bad sense, but basically cattle work in groups. So basically he's saying in simple terms, it's not their fault for owning all the businesses, all the top businesses, because as goyams, instead of wanting to own something, we prefer working and taking a salary, which is the goddamn truth. As much as you wanna, how many Jews are in your class studying with you?
I don't know.
Probably zero.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even study in the systems that we so-called gonna make it in.
But have you seen how the Zionists, but
Sorry, I'm lost down. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah.
like in America, there's like a community. I think it's in Los Angeles or Florida, one of the two. It's slowly becoming Jewish, and it's all Jewish populated. The people there cannot drive. They don't have a good sense of hygiene, and they're very conservative. And these are like the Hebrew Jews and everything.
Full Orthodox type stuff.
Full Orthodox, and they have their own police force that's meant for the Jews, that is funded by American government, and they've been paid millions for this, and it's bad.
Yeah, I know, but
You probably search it up. It's a very big thing.
bro, but you don't find it weird though that they're all in the best of jobs, own the best companies, yet they don't study at the same establishments as you guys.
Most of it is
Network.
like networking and like inside jobs.
So exactly,
not
but
good.
yeah.
It's not ethical.
No, but yeah, what? How's it? Listen.
Sometimes some
Now, look.
people are not ethical.
We might say it's not ethical, but if you break it down to a very minute sense of thinking, it's basically like saying, I own Anissa's. And I tell my son, you now the new owner of Anissa's.
That's fine.
They just doing
Your
it.
son kills you for that.
Look. If he kills me, that's on him. But what I'm telling you is
That's what I mean by unethical.
But look at that's exactly what they do with their corporate ladders, with their
They
jobs.
just pass it
They
down
just
to
pass it down to the next.
Sure.
And do you think these oaks are studying? Bro, these oaks are being shown the real life situation of how it's being done daily. Because they themselves know, my Jewish friends even told me this, how they learn about money is literally with money. Not by 8 hours in a class and learning money. It's a big difference, yeah.
But I feel like people with so much money lack a soul. They lack love, they lack culture, they lack tradition, they lack everything that is not that money doesn't bring.
Look, we will say that. Because we're average. In the system, we're average. We will say now the opposite of, bro, we have models on our side saying,
It's not morals. They just
And
don't
we-
have a soul. They don't
and-
have anything happy in life, honestly. Because their mind is 24/7 money. And I'm sure corporate life isn't good as well, because everything is in your life is just money.
well, I can only speak on what I've learned so far. All I can tell you hands down is that this system is corrupt as it gets, bro. You have a better chance of
I just
that.
feel like it's a horrible way of living life of only thinking about money 24/7.
Yeah, but at your point you're gonna have to now.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
this
For
is
you
this,
to now-
at this point now, yes.
You have to now, unfortunately, only think about money because you need a house. You must get married.
Oh, what about
To
after
what
that?
society says. You get, see you Seb. Seb, I'll see you Monday. Okay. To what society says. Yeah, Seb is a good guy, man, but you don't need to come in. Today is fully online. He only comes in for his girlfriend.
Oh, yes, girlfriend.
Yeah, he has a girlfriend. Indian girlfriend. And he might get married to her, so.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. He loves
Oh,
it dearly.
they go to the same like thing?
Yeah, they both do online. They both go to uni just to sit
The
with each
same
other.
uni.
Yeah. But that uni is way more than studies, bro. Yeah, I think his fees a year is like 90 grand.
Mine's 80.
Yeah, nah.
84 grand.
But what do you study?
Mechanical engineering.
You know what I mean? It's like
That's on top.
that uni is very expensive if you go to private uni, bro. It's freaking expensive.
Now, Laura, name something that has to be linked.
Yeah, man, I'm only saying that. I love telling people this because, bro, if you can get a head start, bro, why not?
So you're looking someone else.
Any small head start is important. Remember, it's going to come a time, Zane. I'm assuming when you have to look after your like when you have to look after your mom and dad. I'm assuming.
No, yes, definitely.
Definitely, right?
I'm not gonna leave him.
Exactly. Now imagine 8 years from now, you're 26. Then your
Yeah,
mom and
it's a
dad is
problem.
already what?
They can't work anymore.
You get what I'm saying? You don't
That's
have,
on my mind already.
no, so which is good, but I'm saying even more reason for you to not even waste time, man. You know, you need to be, you can't, what I'm trying to say is, Zane, if you're just gonna go the conventional way, and I hope this sticks with you, but if you're just gonna go the conventional
I'm
way,
not gonna make money
which
like
is, I need to go into uni every day, then I need to pass and get good marks, and then I get me a job, and then I look after myself and my parents. That is you being way too risky if you do that. Right? And you must know the saying, if you don't risk, that's already a risk. By not risking anything, you risk everything. Right? So you should already be doing a multitude of things while you're doing this, and hope that one of those things become a success. Actually, not hope, know that it will become a success. Because I'm telling you, if I had to do that, what my mindset is now, right, which is hard to put somebody else in this mindset of wanting some more. But if I had to, my brother always talk at night, and we said he's a bit younger than me, he's 32. But we always say to ourselves, if we had to have this mindset when we were 21 years old, I promise you now, at the age that I am now, I'm retired. Guaranteed. I'm retired. 35, enjoying my life. Not a word of a lie. What I know now, for yourself, bro, then I'm retired already. I promise you, sweet to God, I'm retired. Because once you just step out of this shithole for a bit, and you know, like, I pay for my own studies, bro. Like, I don't know who pays. You have a bursary.
No.
Now I paid for myself through, I worked and I paid, studied and worked at the same time. Then I even realized, man, what the fuck are you, man? Just to pay a degree that don't even guarantee, man. Mind you, I was already earning 100 grand at the time. So I was walking away with 100 grand. And that degree would have just made me get an extra like 40 grand on my salary. But the hours that these people wanted from me, yo, the hours that they wanted from me for that money, they wanted my soul. I was on stakeholder meetings that started at 11 p.m. at night that finished at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because our stakeholders live in a complete different country,
Yeah, so
and I now
so.
need to make sure to get them up to speed. To just be up again at 6, 7 in the morning.
That you have a voice for radio.
Yeah, so yeah. else. You could earn the money or something, you know that. That's again the opposite of that. But bro, if you can look after your parents, bro, that's all that really you want.
all that matters.
That's all that matters, bro. Give them a good life, and that's why you should already be thinking, like if your dad can't think about it, already on a business that he's doing, that's where you step in and you can see, hey, how can I get another car? How could I get maybe another driver driving for my dad? You know, and those are things where you can now improve and try to get extra revenue to already a working model. Because that's a model that is paying the bills. You know?
Let me tell you, if I was in the cockpit, I would definitely land the plane.
Bro, it's cold in this beach now. Yeah, getting cold.
And that's the cochlear
Like
Jerry.
beach being hot.
Yeah, but cold, bro. Let me feel the wind. But it's not bad outside.
Oh, it just feels like a heater outside.
You think so?
Yeah.
Man, bro, my ears are ice cold. My ears is.
Yeah, it's cold in here, but now when you move your hand outside, it just feels like a heater.
Okay, Genevieve. See you 50-50, my friend. See you.
I told my dad you coming to Circles.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanna, man. I definitely wanna. Your dad looks like a professional already, Genevieve.
They go every week on Saturday mornings.
Your dad will make me look even older than what I am. It'll be lucky to join a dad, you know. But you always have to ask yourself, why does the things that they want me to do take all my hours of my day?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I asked myself, man. It got me thinking like the way I'm thinking. But why do I have to give you my whole life though?
Everything.
Like, why do I need to do? Why can't I retire at 45? I asked my boss once, I said, has anyone retired like at 45? He's like, no. Because they won't.
No, oh wait, I thought I lost my key for a second.
Because they won't be able to sustain their life.
Mm.
I was like, yo man, the whole thing is bullshit. The whole fucking thing is bullshit, bro. You see, you also don't want to lose it and crash out and you become a homeless person. It's almost like you don't give a fuck now at all because none of it matters.
Yeah.
When you become a homeless person, why? Because you realize now this is all shit and I must die anyway. You don't want to get to that point. You must take responsibility also for the people around you. Baba, can we swim when I get home? It's my puka outside, both girls upstairs, and then one time we can go shower if that's okay with you. Okay, Zainals. Hope you go deep dive, my friend. Salam, salam.
There's been an accident out on Portico Road in Jaceable Drive. A truck is standing across the intersection, creating heavy delays for movement this afternoon. Traffic is slow moving outbound on the M1, particularly through the
Sorry, are you okay? Huh? You came home last today, my brother. It was alright, man. It's still early. Still early. It don't matter now. Last is still first.
Yeah.
V, are you okay? Poor Vivi. V, is this yours?
Oh, that is actually mine.
Oh no! Oh,
This is my bag.
oh no! No! Do you want it back or what?
Please, please.
Or what? I love Vaseline for my lips. I love it, bro. It makes my lips so shiny, and it actually gives your lips some good good nutrients, eh?
Yeah, this is it.
Guys, I'm gonna jump off now, eh? I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers, cheers, cheers.